Amid several calls for the release of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, several times the court has decided he should go home, has told DSS and the Nigerian police to release him and let him go home on bail and several other means. But still, the Nigerian government has refused to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. With this, I welcome you to the CONFAB on Esteem Radio Vision this morning. I remember myself, Lexposimi, Posimi. And with me in the studio this morning are
Adenipekun, Afolabi, your prince on the show. Welcome once again.
as well as
Ayomikun, AY for short.
all right, here in the studio this morning, I am with Adenipekun Afolabi and AY for short. Special thanks to the executive producer, the Michael Adeboye Shaolu, Adenipekun Afolabi, our producer, Abdusamad Balogun, man behind the console, and every other staff of Esteem Radio Vision. But before we move ahead, before we continue with the confab this morning, we want to say a very big happy birthday to Miss Folake Fatusi, who is celebrating her birthday today. May God continue to bless you. On behalf of everybody at Esteem Radio Vision, we say happy birthday to you. Right, let us get into the business of the day. But before then, we'll go on a very short break. I'll be right back. On October 14th, 2015, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Lagos by Department of State Services (DSS) on charge of treasonable felony and terrorism. On October 19, 2015, Magistrate Court granted Kanu bail. DSS refused to release him, citing ongoing investigation. As well as November 18, 2015, Magistrate Court ordered DSS to produce Kanu in court. DSS failed to comply on at least 2 occasions. Kanu, on November 23, 2015, Kanu formally arraigned on charges of criminal conspiracy and managing an unlawful society. As well as on November 2016, Kanu rearranged on an amended 11-count charge, including terrorism and defamatory publication. In April 28, 2017, he was granted bail on health grounds by a federal high court after multiple ignored court orders for release in 2016. He was released from Kuje prison. On September 2017, military raided Kanu's home in Abia State. Kanu fled Nigeria, claiming the raid forced him into exile. IPOB proscribed as a terrorist group. On March 2019, bail was revoked for absconding. Arrest warrant was issued for Kanu. On June 27, 2021, Kanu was arrested in Kenya and extradited to Nigeria. On June 29, he was remanded in DSS custody. And in 2021 October, trial resumed on 7 counts of terrorism. Kanu pleaded not guilty. In January 19, 2022, Abia State High Court ruled Kanu's 2017 arrest and 2021 rendition unlawful, ordered 1 billion naira in damages and release. Government did not comply. In October 13, 2022, Court of Appeal nullified Kanu's rendition, quashed charges, ordered immediate release, and awarded 500 million in damages. Government refused to release him, appealed, and obtained a stay of execution. In October 2023, court ruled against IPOB's proscription as a terrorist group, potentially undermining detention grounds. Kanu remained in custody regardless. In December 15, 2023, Supreme Court overturned the appeal court ruling, reinstating charges and ordered trial to continue, acknowledging illegal rendition but allowing prosecution. In May 2024, bail was denied for the second time since 2021 rearrest. August 2024, Kanu appealed the trial court's jurisdiction. And in March 2025, case was reassigned to a new judge. Kanu rearranged on 7 terrorism counts. In July 2025, prosecution closed this case. Kanu's team filed a no case submission. And in September 26, 2025, Federal High Court rejected Kanu's bid to dismiss charges, ordered a medical panel to assess his health, and adjourned till October 8th for the panel's report. In October 16, 2025, court denied Kanu's transfer to a hospital, certified him fit for trial based on the medical panel's findings, and adjourned to October 23 for him to open his defense. This has been Kanu's back and forth with the Nigerian society, the Nigerian government, and the Nigerian courts. The magistrate court, the high court, the Supreme Court, and every other court in Nigeria has had their time with Kanu from the period of 2015 to 2025. Now, why is Kanu in the news today? It is because Omoyele Sowore, the AAC presidential candidate for the 2023 general election and for, I think, 2 elections before then, is staging a protest for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And knowing that Nnamdi Kanu has faced a lot with the Nigerian government, I think, and knowing the fact that a Nigerian or any Nigerian has the right to protest, to peaceful protest. Omoyele Sowore is within his rights to protest, and every other person who decides to join in this protest, they are within their rights to protest. But at the same time, the protest has been ongoing, and there has been a lot of pushback from the government. There has been reports of gunshots. There has been reports of tear gas. There has been reports of really unnecessary measures to make sure this protest does not continue. But regardless, what we are here to discuss this morning is the legality of the Nnamdi Kanu situation with the Nigerian society, the legality of his IPOB movement, the legality of Omoyele Sowore staging a protest, and the legality of the Nigerian government pushing back with all types of deadly measures to ensure that protesters cannot protest. Now, what do you think is the situation here with Kanu, with the Nigerian government, with Omoyele Sowore? What do you think is happening? Let me start with you, Afolabi.
Okay. Good day once again to all our viewers. I want us to look at this. You see, the issue of this peaceful protest organized or led by the Omoyele Sowore and co. It is not new, and because they've made this announcement earlier before now that by October 20, 2025, they will go on a peaceful protest, and even the government is aware of their protest. And as far as the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria is concerned, you have right to a peaceful protest. Peaceful, that is the comma that is there. If the protest is not peaceful, you are not allowed. And either peaceful or the other way around, the police, the security will be on ground just to monitor the protest, so that the hoodlums,
ensure it doesn't go
so that hoodlums will not hijack such protest and do something otherwise. That is why you see security personnel on ground. But with this issue of free Nnamdi Kanu now protest, it is exactly 5 years that Nigerian observe #EndSARS. It is exactly 5 years because it happened October 20, 2020.
Actually, it started before October 20,
but
October 20 was very significant
in the movement. And now marks 5 years. The people are on the streets, on Abuja street right now. It is not the nationwide, but at Abuja, the protest is ongoing now at Abuja. And looking at the report we heard from our correspondent there, is that the police, the security personnel, they are on ground, but instead of them to perform their duty to protect the life of the protester, what they are doing presently is that they are
endangering
the life of the protester by making use of the tear gas. And we all know the implication and what tear gas can cause to someone's health. And throwing such tear gas to Nigerians, I think it is not welcome by me. And the president should call those that are in charge order that they should allow these people. You know what they are doing is peaceful protest. Now, sending or maybe making use of the tear gas, it may lead to, make some of the protesters that their temperament is high to retaliate with the security. And during the retaliation, it will now cause chaos. And this is not what we are expecting. If the federal government want to prove it to us that they have respect for the rule of law, Nnamdi Kanu should have been out of that the DSS custody by now, because we've experienced so many ruling by the court that okay, Nnamdi Kanu should be free. We even not totally free like that, but either maybe he have anything to do at the court, it should be coming from his house. But peradventure, maybe because of the fear of maybe Nnamdi Kanu will try to escape like his first escape from Nigeria to the outside country. Maybe that is why they don't want to release him. And even with that, I think he deserves his own rights.
Even the escape, eventually the court said the fact that he was extradited, he was arrested and brought back to Nigeria, was unlawful. There was a court ruling supporting that this was unlawful. That move on Nnamdi Kanu was unlawful. So it means that he, as at that time, he still had his movement, his right to movement. He could still move anywhere he wanted to. So why was he arrested?
You know, one thing about the freedom that we have, according to the Nigerian Constitution, for so far it is not affected the other subsection of that chapter, because we have freedom of movement, freedom of expression, and freedom of association, and many like that. Freedom of speech, right to life, and all these things. For the fact that okay, you did not jeopardize your, how will I put it? Maybe that your freedom, your movement is not something that is harmful. But if they know that okay, this your movement can cause a lot of issue, you may be restrained that okay, you won't be able to go to that level. Okay, this is where you should stay, just because in order to maintain peace. That is why. But with this the ongoing protests at Abuja presently, even the workers, they are on their way. Even some of the workers are still on the road. They are still on the road because there is no way for them to get to their place of work because of the traffic jam that they experience. They are experiencing right now, all in the name of the free Nnamdi Kanu protest that is ongoing now. With this, federal government should be fair enough. They should be fair enough. If you are not going to release Nnamdi Kanu, you should not endanger the life of Nigerians, because we don't want to experience another October 2020. Now we don't want to experience it with the kind of how will I put it, that the kind of what the security personnel are doing right now. We want to have the similar issue, similar event with the 2020, and which we don't pray for. A lot of Nigerians die through that during that hashtag #EndSARS movement in October 2020. We don't want to experience it now. We are appealing to the federal government that they should caution the security personnel on ground that what they need to be doing, their duty there is to protect life, not that they should endanger lives. That is on that.
All right, thank you very much, Afolabi. Of course, it has been a problem with, it has been a back and forth between Nigerian government and Mazin and Kanu, and of course, Nigerians are saying enough is enough. This man should be accorded his right to whatever he has to do within Nigeria, as far as he's still a citizen of this country, and he's also a British citizen. But at the same time, Ayomikun, the question this morning is is to check the legality of everything that is happening right now. First of all, Nnamdi Kanu has had his time with the Nigerian government, both in and out of the courts and all of that. Then now people are saying, free this guy, free this man. What are you so afraid of? What is the problem? Let him exercise. Let him be able to exercise his right. In terms of legality, and of course the way Nigerian government has been pushing back with the protest and all of that, in terms of legality, how legal, or what do you think of this whole situation concerning Mazin and Kanu and the protest that is going on right now?
Yeah, thank you, Alex. You see, I don't know why the federal government is still holding. I don't know why the federal government is still holding Nnamdi Kanu in their custody, since there are courts, like not just one court ruling that has been ruled out for them to free Nnamdi Kanu. Several court rulings have been ruled that they should free him. But why is the federal government still holding him back in their custody of not releasing him? That's the first question we should ask. That why are they holding him back? So I mean, with this, federal government should be able to clear enough that, okay, this is the reason why we are still holding him down. That until this is being settled, or is being pushed out, then they can free him. So about the legality of people protesting, fine, everybody has the right to protest. Everybody has the right to protest, but then I don't support protests that will cause other activities, like other citizen activities
that were in danger.
To put it on hold. For example, look at the massive traffic that happens today. So if anybody wants to protest, fine, you can protest, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. But then for you now to delay people activities. For example, now look at the people that will be caught in traffic. Maybe there's a doctor inside that traffic and there's an emergency in the hospital.
Imagine.
It can cause another life to be lost in that process. So you can protest, fine, everybody has the right to protest, but then don't protest in order to stop the daily activities of any citizen. I think that is what triggered the police to start using tear gas and gunshots, which is very, very wrong. In a working country, police are even supposed to be with those people that are protesting, not firing back at them. But then, like I said, I feel that it's because they are delaying other people's activities. Maybe that's why they are using tear gas and guns to scare them away, so that maybe the traffic can be subdued and people can move on with their daily activities. So to me, I think that's why the police did that.
All right, thank you very much, Ayomikun. But the question still begs to be asked: why, instead of extreme measures, are there not other ways that the Nigerian police or the Nigerian society can deal with situations like this? Should we have to resort to extreme measures? Is the primary objective of any government not the protection of life and properties anymore? Why would the government of any country turn weapons, ammunition on their own people, regardless of what as far as they're not doing any criminal activity? Why would they do that?
Like I said earlier, yeah, in a working country, don't forget the word working country. Working country, the government officials are supposed to even be with the people that are protesting. You know, and then I feel we Nigerians, we do things in extreme. We do things in extreme.
Humans.
Yes.
I will not agree with that. That putting Nigerians in that kind.
No, because
We humans.
okay.
I think there has been.
Ayomikun is right.
No, I disagree.
It's
This
right.
is my reason. There has been a lot of protests outside of Nigeria, where people will take extra miles, where people will do extra things apart away from what they sign up to do.
I want to ask you this question. When this USA are having this march of Black Lives Matter, when they're protesting.
Yes.
Is there any extra thing that was?
Actually, yes.
No.
There was a breaking of businesses. There was breaking in and entry of a lot of businesses.
Caused by whom?
Are we talking about the cost now or what they actually did?
No, the thing, no.
No, you said they didn't. I'm telling you they did.
No, I'm just saying that it's not as rampant.
I'm only saying either it's rampant or not. I'm only saying that this is not peculiar to Nigerians. It is normal for humans to take extra miles when things like this happen. People work with emotions, right? Yeah. People's emotions can be heightened at any point. Imagine if this said person, Kanu, was your dad, or was your elder brother, or was your uncle, the way you feel about it will be different from someone who is just hearing Kanu for the first time. Yeah, so it's normal. It's normal for people to feel a certain way about certain things. So us saying, oh, Nigerians, no, I would not want us to put Nigeria in that kind of bracket.
One thing that I want us to understand with this matter is mentioning Nigeria as a country. One thing is that there are some countries that whenever their citizens they are observing a protest, you will see their police leading them, and you see some police at the back, even some at the
guiding them,
so
making sure things are okay. They
now,
don't go out of line simply because they know they can go out of line.
But in Nigeria, remember the 2020, October 2020. Remember what happened? Somebody gave order that they should fire back at the protester. And
wait, when you say fire back, will it not mean that the protesters fired first?
No.
Like, no, they gave order to fire.
They gave order to fire.
Exactly.
Okay, to
so
fire.
we don't give wrong impression.
So that it won't look as if maybe
the protesters fired first.
Yes. The order they receive is, they said they receive is that they
should go and clear up the place by all means.
And part of the people that gave the orders then, who are the so-called decision makers in Nigeria there, even part of them now is still one of them is still the main
president,
the main decision maker now.
The president.
No, I will not mention anybody's name.
I did not mention name too. I'm just saying the president.
Okay, no one, maybe the president or association of broadcaster
the president. The president.
Yes, okay, is not the number the main, let's say when we want to rank the number, it's not the number one among the Nigerian decision makers now. Which, if he now said, okay, again, go and clear the ground. I don't want to see any human being at the protest venue. It means the security personnel will also obey the last order. And for Nigeria, let us be sincere with ourselves. We add emotion to the reality.
Humans, I will not take that Nigerian part. Humans add emotions to everything because we are emotional beings.
I know.
It's as simple as that.
I know you are a faithful.
It's not a Nigerian thing. No, it's not about being patriotic. It's a Nigerian thing. We cannot put human situation and attribute it to Nigerians alone. No, it's a human situation.
In this context.
In this context, in whatever context, it is not a Nigerian thing. It is a human thing. It happens everywhere around the world.
Okay,
everywhere.
But is the constitution make it to happen?
Make what to happen?
That okay, you should add emotion to whatever you are doing.
The Constitution, of course, allows for emotion.
Like
yes, allows for emotion.
If the Constitution allows for emotion, why can't the chief judge and most of the judges free some the accuser, bring it to them?
Of course, but they might not be able to free them because if you've sinned, definitely you need to be punished.
To tamper justice with mercy.
But exactly. Why do you think they keep saying temper justice with mercy? And what makes you think that a lot of people who actually deserve, let's say, for example, 10 years, 10 years incarceration, and they get reduced by 2 years or by 3 years and all of that? A lot of time it happens. Don't you watch George Caprio? A lot of the time he meets people in the why are you in this situation? They tell him, oh, okay, if it's because of this, you need help rather than being incarcerated. It's normal. It's human thing. It's a human thing to use emotions. We are not robots. We are not robots.
I understand your point, Alex. You see, but like what Afolabi said, that we are just using this context.
No, I will not agree that we use that context. A Nigerian is the same as a human being anywhere in the world. It's as simple as that.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
No, you said you agree. Partially, I want to subscribe to your notion, but it is I'm not subscribed to it because one thing is that
it's because you are not a true Nigerian.
If you said so,
yes, I said so.
I'm glad to take that because what is doing well. Yes, we should do it appropriately. Okay, for instance, now people are on the street protesting for they want Nnamdi Kanu to free. Their protest will not change the decision of the decision maker.
How do you know?
No.
How do you know?
No,
protest is one of the powers that citizens can actually use to get results. Protest is one of the powers that they have. They do not have access to authorities. They don't have access to powers. Even your senator. When was the last time you saw your senator? They are not close to the people. The only language the government can actually listen to is protest.
Protest, okay. But ever since we've been protesting, okay, I want you to tell me if there is a way out. I mean, after the protest.
Okay, let me come in with the end.
Okay.
Let me come in with the end SARS brutality. Before, there's a rampage in police brutality. There's rampage that is very, very, very common. But now, because of the protest, it has been reduced. It has been reduced because of the protest.
In fact, even if it's by lying, at least they told us that SARS has been disbanded. That was because
I'm glad you mentioned lie.
Wait. But on paper, SARS no longer exists, right? It means that if they are being sincere.
What about the action?
Wait, it means that if they want to be sincere.
Is the action abolished?
Wait. It means that if they want to be sincere, that Nigerians demanded for something, and they looked at it. Oh, okay, yes, we can do without this thing, and they go ahead and do it. Right? If Nigerians had not protested, would there have been any move whatsoever to even do anything about SARS?
Do you aware that a lot of the protesters have been arrested this morning?
Yes, a lot of even then a lot of a lot of protesters.
Why are they arrested?
We discussed what's his name about Macaulay recently, right? What did he do that led to his arrest? He protested. It's simple. It's as simple as that. Anybody that can stand up to the government, to any government whatsoever, should expect something like that. And it's as simple as that. But that does not mean that protest cannot work. Because apart from protest, what other power do you have? You don't have any other power.
We can't just walk into any.
Walk in there and they will arrest you and you are gone. Nobody will know where you are. But at least if you told your people I'm going to protest, they know that okay, that's the last place we saw him. Let's go and hold the government accountable.
Okay, that is the government that take his life.
Do you know the panel and the proceedings that happened after this October 2020?
They set up the panel.
Yes, the panel. A lot of people are compensated. Yes, it cannot make up for the lost lives.
Can you compensate?
But
can you compare compensation with life?
It cannot. Yes, but the fact that they are being held responsible.
Our life then?
No. See, mi ò lè wá kó kí n joyè ilé bàbá ẹ̀. That's what Yoruba people say, right? Ilé sọ mí Ode Jujoye, right? That's what Yoruba people say. But mi ò lè wá kúdà cannot come and become king or become chief. In ilé bàbá ẹ̀. What if you now leave it for someone who does not have the best interest of your own matter? It means that you and every other person in that community will suffer.
Suffer for it.
Even the Bible said it that the righteous suffer because of the silence of righteous people. Everybody suffers.
You know, if
we decide not to say anything because we don't want to endanger ourselves. We don't want to.
We keep suffering.
We keep suffering.
Listen, sorry for using that word for me to say listen. I want to cite an example of what we've experienced as a comrade. You know, I was fortunate to be the deputy senate president of my great citadel of learning, my alma mater. You know, we staged a protest then just for us to let the government of Osun State to know our grievances, to showcase our grievances, that this and that. Do you know what held that protest? Even some of us were paid to pinpoint out. Some of us were paid to pinpoint out that okay.
The leaders of the protest.
Yes. Who are the one who championed this protest? Who are the one who championed the protest?
Why do you think that happened?
You said,
why do you think it happened? Why do you think they felt, oh, okay, let us call these people? This protest is probably becoming too big. We might not be able to control it. They might eventually be able to get their demands. Yeah. Why do you think they came to people that they felt, oh, these people can have one or two says? They can recognize the people that led this protest. Why do you think they are looking for the people that led the protest?
It's because they are not in line with the protest, and they want someone to use as a scapegoat so that others
can be scared. Exactly what you are saying. Because that is the only tactics that the government knows. Scare people. In fact, keep them poor, scare them, keep them poor so that they can always listen to you, scare them so that they cannot go against you. It's as simple as that. Okay. Why are they looking for you? It's because they know that if we leave these people, they will keep growing stronger, and they will get eventually what they need to get.
Let me cut in with what you said. You led the protest. There was a protest that happened in Lautech when there was increase in school fee. Our school fee was increased from 65k to 180,000. So that caused a lot of students maybe withdraw from school. But then a protest was held that time, and people's demands were met. Although, like you said, some people were arrested.
It's just their tactics. It's a fear tactics. Keep them scared so you can control them.
But then there are some people that are determined, and they still went on with the protest. Well, and what happened? It was reduced.
What did they say? They said, "Aluta continua."
Victoria Sata.
Exactly. If that is the case, then why should we be scared? If you are too scared to say something, you have come on this show several times to say, if you see something, say something.
Yes.
Right?
Say something is different from protest something.
No, yes, I know. But at the same time, if you are going to protest, is it not because you have something to say?
Yes, that's it.
It's because you have something to say. It's not like the country is good, everything is fine, and people are protesting. For what exactly?
You know, what I'm saying is that if not, our government are not ready to do well, all these protests will not be on
exactly.
And that is exactly what I'm saying.
That does not mean we should be scared.
We should
because that's exactly what they want.
But the people that are ruling, I mean the present government and the citizens of the country, we should not see protest as the only means. Even government should not see it as the only language they understand, and the citizens should not see the protest as the only means to make our grievances known. We have other consultation.
Like what?
No, consultation.
With who?
With the parties involved. That is why I said.
Do you remember CONFAB happened in 2013?
2014.
2014, rather.
Yes.
Till today, there has been no implementation on the CONFAB.
That is where I'm going.
I'm saying that what's it called? Discussion does not work in Nigerian society.
And
it doesn't.
Is that how it's supposed to be?
It's not supposed to be. It means that if discussion does not happen, that cannot work. Protest is the only thing they understand.
We should look for the way out.
What are the other ways?
What are the other ways that
the other ways, that is why I'm saying that the government should have the listening here.
But they don't.
But they don't have listening here.
No, okay, for the fact that someone did not listen to you, that doesn't mean for you to say, okay, I don't want to be like a radio. Even the radio, we are receiving the comments.
Someone has been stepping on you. He go pass, he go step on you. He go pass, he go step on you. You tell him, stop stepping on me. You did not see anything. The person did not change. He kept going and coming back and stepping on you every time. What will you do?
You can excuse yourself from that.
You can excuse yourself. Yes. Thank you. Abdisamad Balogun is saying, I go box him. It's as simple as that. Your temperament might say, oh, okay, let me leave this place. I don't want to have any confrontation with this person. Another temperament might say, this person, the next time you try this rubbish, me and you go get issue.
See, Alex,
it's as simple as that.
See, this thing is almost likely like what we Nigerians used to face now. For example, now he said he's going to leave the place, whereas the Big Balo said he's going to punch the person's face. It's as exactly as there are some people that are not ready to protest, and there are some people that are we go die there.
But at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, the question I want to pose now, at the end of the day, if protest works, right, and maybe the demand is for the good of the general public, right? If a group of people protested and it worked and government listened and they did exactly what they wanted, is it not to the benefit of everybody? You know, either you were interested in protest to begin with or not.
It is the benefit of everybody. But let me say this to you for you to understand what is the undertone behind this Ayomikun still at the DSS. You see, the fear of unknown for the government.
Exactly.
That is why they still kept Ayomikun in their custody. One, you know, part of the agitation of the indigenous people of Biafra is that, okay, they want Nigeria to be divided. Let everyone of us go separately.
They are not even saying Nigeria should divide. They are saying we as IPOB, we want to leave Nigeria. We don't want to be a part of Nigeria anymore. If Hausas and Yorubas want to remain in Nigeria, they should go ahead.
There is no how we can part without a written document. It is only the written document that can make peaceful separation.
And is the government ready to actually have that discussion?
That is why I said the fear of unknown, because the present president would think, for the first thing he would think about is that, okay, if I allow this man to be released, he will be within his people, and their discussion will continue. And okay, what of if these people now are turned against the country, that okay, they are going, will I be able to go for the second time? And that is why I said the fear of unknown and the self-interest of our past and the present president. That is why Ayomikun will not be released from the DSS custody.
So to round up this conversation this morning, what do you think is the way forward? There's a protest ongoing at the moment, and Ayomikun is still in custody. The Nigerian government is still maintaining their stance that they are not going to release him. What do you think is the way forward?
You see, any president that will release Ayomikun will be a president who is determined to serve one term. That, okay, after this time, I'm not going for the second time. That is the only president that will feel free Ayomikun.
So it's about how many terms they will do?
You said?
So the Ayomiku's release now is hinged on how many terms a president wants to do.
You know, if this president doesn't have any second time ambition, he will be glad to release Ayomikun. Even
somebody that has been campaigning since 2013, 2023 for second term.
And that is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
Let's not have that conversation. Anyways, thank you very much, Ayomikun and Adenipekun Afolabi, for your conversation this morning. Actually, it got heated at some point, but regardless, it is for our love for the country, our love for Nigeria that is driving us, and hopefully Nigeria will arrive at a point.
I think we have some some of our viewers on the comment section. Nuruddin Abiodun, comrade, he said, afternoon, sir, Mr. Ade Balogun and all that stuff. Okay, thank you so much. And we have Ogbeni Atobatele Samuel, that is the pastor. He said, well done. And okay, Mr. Nuruddin Abiodun is still saying happy birthday to Fatunsi Folakemi. Okay, thank you for that accolade. We appreciate you. And I think that's the only comment that we have on the comment section.
All right, thank you. Moving forward on the CONFAB this morning, we have a 15-year-old Nigerian, Agbo Adoga, who recently had the perfect SAT score of 1,600 out of 1,600. That was a perfect score. And he also qualified to represent Nigeria at the International Math Olympiad. That's in China. But according to reports, the Federal Ministry of Education said they are broke.
Wow.
And they cannot sponsor him to go. Which is funny. It's funny, right?
It's funny.
Exactly. Which is funny because we know how much it takes to maintain the presidential fleet of jets in a week or in a month. And I don't think flights to China will cost up to 5 million naira at the moment.
It's not even up to.
Okay, so if that's the case, how can the Federal Ministry of Education say they are broke, they cannot sponsor this young chap, a 15-year-old, to China to go and represent Nigeria in the International Math Olympiad? Now, that aside, the Federal Ministry of Education released a publication saying that no record of sponsorship request for Math Olympia students, that they never received any record of such request on behalf of Mr. Agbo Adoga. Now, this is their statement. They said the Federal Ministry of Education wishes to state clearly that it is not aware of the report circulating online regarding a supposed sponsorship request for a 15-year-old student said to have qualified to represent Nigeria at the International Mathematics Olympiad in China. The ministry affirms that there is no record or correspondence as its files indicating any such request for sponsorship from any recognized body. Accordingly, any relevant or verifiable information regarding this matter should be formally presented to the ministry for necessary action. The public is advised to disregard unverified reports and ensure that all education-related matters are confirmed through the ministry's official communication channels. The Federal Ministry of Education remains committed to encouraging and supporting outstanding students through due process and transparent procedures. By the way, a lot of Nigerians have reacted. Some are willing to actually sponsor this young chap to China, saying that if there is any means for a GoFundMe or a pool of funds for this young man to be able to go represent Nigeria, that they will be willing to contribute to that journey. But the catch is that a journey of this magnitude, of something like this, where a participant is supposed to go and fly the flag of Nigerians, Nigeria is supposed to sponsor it. The sponsorship cannot come from individuals. It has to come from directly from the Federal Ministry of Education, sponsored directly by Nigeria. This is why people outside of the ministry, aside the ministry, cannot sponsor this young chap to China. But in a contrary turn of events, or in an interesting turn of events, the Federal Ministry of Education has said, we did not receive anything of such. If this is correct, if this is true, if the Federal Ministry of Education has received no such report, and this is making rounds, do you think, because I think I remember there was one thing that was constant with the Muhammadu Buhari regime. If there is anything that comes out in the public that says, oh, the government is about to do this, and then the government comes out to deny it, it means it's true.
It's true.
That's one thing that was very constant with that government. Once the government comes out to say, oh, this report you've read, there's no truth to it, it means that it's actually true. Because in a month or 2 months' time, that same report will come to fruition.
It will come to reality.
It will come to reality. So it means that due to our experience, we might not be able to trust the reports coming from the Federal Ministry of Education at the moment.
Not only we won't be able, I did not trust their statement.
All right, let me have your opinion.
You know, why will you be in charge of a thing as education, as Ministry of Education, saying that they don't know what is going on about the competition? What are they doing there? You know that, okay, this competition is not a state or local competition, it's an international competition. And you said you are not aware. Even you heard it, and even not the official, with the official letter, you know it's your duty. You have to, you have to come out and say, okay, what, despite though we did not receive this officially, but we are aware that this is a annual event or whatever. Okay, what we can do is that you have budget, and even if you've exhausted, you cannot even tell us that you've exhausted your budget.
When we are in October.
When we are in October, even if you've exhausted your budget, that is why you have a miscellaneous in your budget. What about those miscellaneous? If not because some of the personnel in that ministry have cut away the miscellaneous fund. If not, you should have taken it up that, okay, this person, apart from representing his family, is representing Nigeria. Look at I watched one video on the social media this morning, Victor Osimhen singing or dancing to Yinka Ayefele's song. And some people are asking, is Osimhen a Yoruba person?
Osimhen sings, he sings Akpala music. He dances and sings to
Osimhen is not a let me say the glory of his family.
It's the glory of Nigeria.
It's the glory of Nigeria. And that is why you see most of Nigerians that have talents. That is how we lost
a lot of them. If not because a lot of them are changing nationality to say, oh yes, I trained outside of Nigeria, but I'm still Nigerian. People like Israel Adesanya, Anthony Joshua, they were never trained in Nigeria.
Yes.
They were never trained, they were never supported in Nigeria.
The day Anthony Joshua traveled down to Nigeria, people were amazing that, oh, wow, Anthony General, the world champion of the
WBO, IBO, and all of that.
You know, this is a glory that the country should have embraced. You should have embraced it by, okay, let's look at what we will do. But to me, I want to say this: Nigerians, the philanthropists, people like Dike Michael Adeboye Ashaolu that are watching or listening to us right now, don't say because the country failed to embrace their duty. Please and please, we are appealing to you for this child of 15 years, even just to encourage him, please, if there is any miss, let us do our own. You know, our government cannot do it all. If they fail in this aspect, let us be as a pillar, because now that this news is not a local news now, internationally, people are aware that, okay, Nigeria failed to sponsor their representative
to an international
event.
How do you do that?
We I'm appealing that we should try as much as possible with our contribution, and if we have someone who can take it up on him or herself, please do, for us to have this, to encourage this child, so that others will be willing to serve their country. You know, this generation,
if it was one irrelevant event, they will send 70 people to go there to go and do nothing.
No, where they know that they will have to their own purse
to go and do nothing.
But this one it doesn't have anything. But one thing I want you to know is that if you fail to train a child, you are killing the country. Not only that, you denying that child, but you are killing the country, because now probably maybe this particular child now have the other means to attend that competition and he won.
will you now start claiming the
No,
master for
this
Nigeria?
this whole Ministry of Education, they will be
They'll
the
be
one.
the
They
first
will
to-
be the
to-
one
to announce.
pesting him that, okay, please, we want you to come and meet the president. Someone that you failed to sponsor, you will now be calling him that, okay, we want you to come and meet the president. No, look at the Falconers when they won the
The
FIBA
10th African Championship.
champions. Every one of them, they were welcome. They even organized welcome party. Now let us celebrate the talented Nigerians. Let us celebrate. Everything is not about enrich your personal purse. Our senator, you should try as much as possible to be of help now. Our representative, all our governors. I know that some governors that they will be willing to do it, especially the governor of this particular child, the governor of the state, should try as much as possible to even start the whole thing, so that maybe if others will join, please and please, I'm appealing, let us encourage this child.
Anyways, thank you very much, Afolabi. Ayomikun, let me have your opinion on this. This is education. It concerns us, of course. If you train a child, you train a nation. So let us have your opinion on it.
So I'm going to say two things actually. I'm going to say two things. Now the first thing is now they said the what's it called? The Ministry of Education said they did not have money.
Any record of
Now I want maybe there's a fine before that person can say it. Maybe there's a letter that was passed around that okay, the Ministry of Education said that there's no money. So so that to avoid gaslighting and stuff like that, they should provide that letter that says that the Ministry of Education said they did not have the money to sponsor him. So that it can be clarified that truly you guys said it, because the Ministry.
You think they will actually provide? Do you think they will provide any letter to that effect if they said so?
I'm just saying, because
we don't need any
If
letter.
they said so, if the Federal Ministry of Education said so, do you think they will provide a letter to that effect? They won't.
Ayomikun, hold on. If you write and maybe an organization, you write there, and you are expecting the response from them, and you do not see any response, it's as if that, okay, you will conclude,
so fine.
conclude that they don't have anything to do with it.
So that's it. Okay, now okay, they don't have anything. So that I'm just, the thing is, I'm just saying that because the Federal Ministry of Education put up a press release that they said they did not receive anything of such.
Why are they now out to
deny?
debunk the rumor? They said it is rumor.
So that's what I'm just to say, to clarify that okay, this thing is not rumor.
They can be aware
so
of
that
rumor, but they cannot be
Yeah,
aware
no,
of
that part.
so
that
I'm
particular
I'm just saying that so that it can be clarified that okay, truly we make process for you guys to see this and all, so that we you understand. Now for us now like this now with the there are some people that might think that it's what the Ministry of Education put out, maybe truly they did not receive anything. So if that person can just provide that thing that okay, truly we contacted you, so fine, everybody now okay, now we now shift everything on the Ministry of Education. Now the second thing that I want to say is that okay, fine, you did not know about it before, but now you know.
What step are you taking now?
What step do you want to take about it?
Genuinely you are aware now. What step do you
want to take about it now that you are now aware of it? So the Ministry of Education now fine I think with the whole processes and the whole proceedings, a single person cannot sponsor the person, because the person has to carry the Nigerian flag. So it must be directly from the government.
Carrying Nigerian flag doesn't require any official thing. I'm a Nigerian. I can take Nigerian flag.
No.
No, I mean representing Nigeria. This is actually a competition that requires representation. Nigeria is being represented in this competition, and it means the country has to sponsor
how do they
that.
get to the level of winning? These people, will they now come out that they are not aware of that the local
competition or championship that led to it?
That led to the final submission or final text of that particular child. Would they say they are not aware? This is the game of hanky panky. No.
You see, like I was saying, like I no, like I'm still saying that. So the Ministry of Education, you did not know about it before, but now you are aware. You are aware that that there is a competition going on that's going on in China. So they should take it upon themselves. They should take it upon themselves and and get the sponsorship that is needed. And they should get the sponsorship that is needed to be gotten. So so that all these things, all these it can be cleared off. They will know that okay, the Ministry of Education did their part.
All right, thank you very much, Ayomikun. Before we round up on the confab this morning, I want to especially thank you, Ayomikun and Afolabi, for your opinion on the subject matter or on the matters for discussion this morning. But before we proceed, I want to especially commiserate with everyone that lost their lives, that lost a family member, that got a family member maimed, killed, or dismembered on the 20th of October 2020. From all of us here at Esteem, we commiserate with you and we stand with you. We know you fought the good fight. We understand you fought the good fight. You fought on behalf of everybody who did not have a voice, and it was just a pity that it had to end the way it ended. But regardless, we as Nigerians, we as members of the society that you fought so hard for, we remember it today and we say, may your soul continue to rest in peace. Amen. Before we round up this morning, we want to again specially wish Miss Folake Fatu Singh, one of us, Mioga, the admin, yes, the host of Label Relay, on our station here at Esteem Radio Vision. I want to say very big happy birthday to you. Congratulations as you increase in age. We pray you continue to increase in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. May God continue to guide your steps and make sure that everything you want in life.
On behalf of the Chief Executive Officer,
Adebe, I shall be.
wish you many happy returns. Happy birthday to you.
All right, this is where we draw the curtain on the confab on Esteem Radio Vision, today being the 20th day of October 2025, 5 years after the 2020 massacre, after the October 20 massacre at the Lekki Toll Gate in Lagos. Again, we say that may your souls continue to rest in peace. But special thanks to the executive producer, Michael Adeboye, Adenipekun, Afolabi, our producer, and every other staff of Esteem Radio Vision. Abisamad Balogun, Olamide Gudo, Olamide Gudo, Anu Chiamaka, and every other staff of Esteem Radio Vision. We say thank you very much, and to you, especially our esteemed listeners and viewers, our dear esteemed navigators. We want to say thank you to you, and may you continue to, may our relationship not spoil. You should need All right, thank you very much. Until we come your way again on the confab on Esteem Radio Vision, I remember myself, Lexpusimi, Lex Posimi. Please today, do not drink and drive. Bye for now.